Alright, late in the evening on Sunday, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock. Figured I'd start at the back of the greenhouse today. So this Aurora pepper plant is pretty crazy looking. So this one is an orange. These are purple. Some are yellow. It's supposed to have like 4 different colors, and it's like I need to do a little trimming down there, but this is Sun Globe that I transplanted. It's starting to catch up. I kind of abused it a little bit. It was just kind of laying in here in the cups. There's actually the other ones over here that I transplant at the same time. This black creme, there's a couple to pick. One of the videos I was watching, I think it's Haas Tools. They talk a little bit about the black creme. It says, it's a good tasting tomato, but you're lucky if it grows or not, if it produces much. So, yeah, not much going on with this one. I really don't think this one is a black creme. I'm going to guess this is probably an Abe Lincoln. I don't remember because, like I've talked about before, I pretty much have kind of screwed up a couple of the transplants. The grape tomato is about done. Got a bunch on here, just haven't picked. Got a couple suckers trying to root in the kitchen. This is the Tammy G that I bought Home Depot. So it's got a good green color, looks pretty good. It's starting to take off, and just letting these early dolls ripen and pick them when I need a tomato. And that's pretty much the same thing with the Romas as well, or I keep calling them Romas. They're grape tomatoes. They're the size of a Roma though. We got some shriveling. Sun Golds didn't do a lot, but it did okay. We'll see how the transplants do. And then this Tesla Land Current, like I said, I trimmed it up really good, and now it's all kind of forward, waiting for it to start fruiting. It's Indigos, just waiting for it to turn color. And same thing with the Midnight Snack. They're staying, looks like a little more purplish, and not super red like the other ones. And this Big Beef is not doing all that great, but it's been kind of weird since I clipped it wrong. But it's a decent sized tomato. And the Chocolate Sprinkle, those are all ready to go. Scotch bonnets, there's a ton back there, as I talked about the other week. I haven't gotten in there to I haven't even bothered to sample one yet. I don't know how hot they are, so it might just be all for naught. Green peppers, the heat is just not doing well for some of these. You can see that one starting to rot. Plants are pretty big. Yeah, they're all just starting to rot at the bottom. It's just the heat's just not doing real well. And jalapenos, they're growing. They're just not quite big enough to pick. I mean, they're edible. Just kind of letting it do its thing. So that's really it for inside the greenhouse. Business as usual, we'll call it. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. So I planted some new seeds. I'm trying a little bit different. So I've got 2 sets of Diva cucumbers. They've been out here about a week, so they sprouted up really quick. And then I've got 3 different tomatoes. I've got Boxcar Willie, Rutgers, and Moneymaker. They're all on the larger side for tomatoes, so waiting for them to sprout, and gonna see if I can't get a second round of tomatoes going on here, and maybe I'll get lucky and can some. That is a Space Master cucumber that needs to get transplanted. It's actually cool enough today. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Another Sun Gold, and then these 2 pepper plants. These are the mini peppers, and the mini tomatoes that were in the little seed things that used to be over here, and they're meant for like 6-inch pots. I think they're actually stunted on top of it, so I just transplanted them, and we'll see what happens. and go from there. If not, I need to get some more seeds going. But they're meant to be a 6-inch plant. The newer cucumbers doing pretty well. These are all the cucamelons. They're just decided to take off and grow like crazy. But so this diva is doing pretty good. It's about up to here. I've got one clip in there, and I'm trying to get it clipped up as it goes. That's the diva in the dirt, and like I said, it's just overrun by this cucamelon, these little mini gherkins. Yeah, and then the zoo of a watermelon plant, like I talk about every week, right? There's only 2 or 3 plants, and it's just kind of overtaking everything. Nothing else really new. The beans, you can see them a little discolored, heat's hitting them. And nothing else really crazy. And then I'll splice in the zucchini and the bitter melon video. I haven't been able to get to the bitter melons before they turn colors, and then once they turn color, they're no good. Corn is okay. I picked like 5 ears, you'll see at the end of the video, and only 2 of the 5 actually had enough corn on there to actually eat. The other 3 were just bits and pieces, so I don't know whether it didn't develop right or it was just too early. I tried to pick them and pick the bigger ones. It looks like you get about 2 per corn stalk, and that's really it. That's green onions actually that tall, so I need to get in there and cut those down, and then let them keep growing. Oh, I know what's different. So I got the tatsoi, direct seeded, and then I have some, they call it watermelon radishes, so they have like a watermelon like color inside. So other than that, that's all that's going on this week. Just some quick video to splice in for later this weekend. So cut down all the zucchini. So we got 2, 4, 6, 7. I pulled out 5 ears of corn. There's about 5 or 6 still on the plant. I'm just leaving them on until I can eat them. Found a cucumber in the corner of the plant that's trying to grow. There's a bunch of lemon cucumbers hanging out in there. And then the bitter melons, you're supposed to pick when they're green, and then they get all super soft when they turn orange, which I'm not getting to them fast enough because of the heat. But then the slime around the seed is red, and then there's a brown seed in there. So I need to grab these, seed these, and then pick the seeds out of the slime, and then dry the seeds for next year.